What happens when the suspect is actually smarter than the detective? Today we'll be looking at 5 different cases when the suspect dominated the interrogation room.
What do you think? Okay.
I don't like you being honest.
So what are you telling me? Are you thinking I killed my husband?
No, I'm just saying that you're not being totally honest.
So if we got the story wrong, can you help us out with that?
Well, I'm not going to straighten your story out. No, I'm not. Not until I find out why I'm sitting here.
Okay.
I don't understand. This is about Nicole stealing a car and somebody...
No, not stealing necessarily. But
why are you playing?
Allegation is an allegation. Until what? Until proven. Thank you. So why am I in handcuffs?
On January 3rd, 2020, the artist known as DaBaby, whose real name is Jonathan Kirk, found himself entangled in a web of accusations and legal scrutiny. Scheduled to perform at a Miami nightclub, the situation took a dramatic turn when the venue owner paid him only $20,000 out of the agreed $30,000.
He was in college.
I'm on fucking Forbes list, my nigga. The Forbes list. Oh, bro. This sick ass shit. Robbery?
It'll be on the
Opposite side? Gotcha. Somebody lazy too, they can take their damn Christmas tree down. No, you ain't supposed to go in the movie with no Christmas tree. Oh, shit. Hey, can I piss, bro? Yeah, I got you. Now that we in here, can you take these off me and put them?
The victim claimed that DaBaby, dissatisfied with the payment, physically assaulted him, and the situation spiraled into a physical altercation involving DaBaby's crew. The aftermath saw the victim beaten, knocked to the ground, and robbed of his phone, credit card, and $80 in cash. The entire incident was captured on a piece of obscured CCTV footage.
I got you. I got the pit. Yeah, just think it goes off. Can I piss real quick? Yeah. Can I take these off before I pee these? Yeah, he's gonna take them off for you. Check it over there. Switch them to the front.
So my name is Detective Ledlow. I'm Robert Detective Sergeant Murray of the Robert Unit. I just want to give some basic formalities. I'll give some regular information for you, and then we're going to do my radio. What's your full name? We just want to get it from you. This is just a formality. Just tell your name, your date of birth, and all that stuff.
I got that information. I know I just get to the point because every other time the robbery, I don't even first touch. So come on, let's get it over with.
So we're done. Let's go get your information.
Y'all got my information, but information for the right there.
Okay. This paper?
It's one of them. I know who I am.
Refusing to answer even the most basic questions, DaBaby asserted his innocence, claiming that he was not involved in any criminal activities. His narrative revolved around a complex tale involving a misrepresented business deal orchestrated by his manager and an event promoter. According to him, the money offered from the nightclub performance was stolen, prompting him to distance himself from the situation.
I know who I am, but come on, ask the questions I gotta ask you to go.
Here's the thing, man. We're bound by certain things that we have to do. Okay? And you want this process to go fast, right?
It's too late for that. I've been sitting here for hours. Like I'm
okay, so
like I goddamn did something wrong.
Look, we didn't wake up. Neither of us here woke up this morning and said
somebody should have did a better job, or whatever was done. Whatever was done up until the point that I was put in, because somebody should have did a better job. Somebody did a job good enough.
It's very simple, man. This is very, very simple.
Y'all ain't making it where
Okay, all we're asking is for your name.
y'all asking me. I don't want to answer no questions that y'all already answered to, bro. Come on.
So you don't want to answer any questions, period, or you... Okay, so what do you mean?
You get what I'm saying? That's why y'all gotta move backwards like that, bro. Like
You're saying that they're lies, but you don't know what we have. We don't know.
okay. I know if y'all had proof of me robbing somebody, we wouldn't even be talking. Y'all would have cuffed me. I would be charged with it. That's what I know, bro. That's what I know.
So
I ain't
your side of the story.
My side of the story is I ain't done nothing. I don't have a side of the story because I ain't done nothing to nobody, bro.
So that's what I'm
and before something could be done to me,
happened, right?
and before something could be done to me, I realized I was dealing with bad business, and I
Why do you say it was bad business?
What?
Why do you say it was bad
I
business?
already told y'all that. You want to rewind this? You want to rewind it, bro? I already told y'all, bro. Like, my story not going to come out different no matter how many times I say it, bro. It's not, bro. It's right here. So you press stop and rewind and play, you're going to hear. That's why I said it was bad business, bro. Come on, bro. This nigga blowing my phone up all day, all night. He needed my help for his event.
So you want to
This is bullshit. For what? For what? We're not getting nowhere, bro.
One key aspect of his defense was his emphasis on the legitimate earnings. He boasted about routinely engaging in legally binding business deals. The detectives, realizing the challenges they faced in obtaining a confession or concrete evidence, temporarily withdrew from the interrogation room. DaBaby, seemingly unfazed, used this time to rest, emphasizing his indifference to the gravity of the situation.
You want to judge it. You're going to go to jail and simple about it. We had, and part of that same incident happened, someone that robbed someone that was with the victim.
Someone what?
Someone took an iPhone or something from one of the victims that we had. You know it's not you. You have you on video hitting someone.
You know,
okay, well, let me hear me out. Okay. Now, the room that you were in, you want to make sure none of your shit is taken. You want to make sure your shit is secure.
The detectives were unable to gather any sufficient evidence against him and opted to release him from custody after only 48 hours. Subsequently, all charges against him were dropped, solidifying his triumph in a legal battle that showcased his masterful understanding of interrogation dynamics.
Am I under arrest?
For now.
On a seemingly regular evening in 2011, alarm bells began to ring at a local 7-Eleven as reports of an armed robbery flooded the local police department. The suspect, however, was nowhere to be found upon the police's arrival at the scene. Their search expanded, leading to a nearby house, where a commotion was detected. In a surprising turn of events, the man discovered was Jeff Pearson, a known heroin addict armed with a gun.
I'm under arrest?
Yeah, I'll explain everything, but before I explain myself to you, before we talk to each other, I need to read your rights, okay?
What am I under arrest for?
Well, like I said, I need to read your rights first. Obviously, the charge is robbery, okay? Yeah, I'll explain everything.
I'm under arrest for robbery?
You are, but let me read your rights real quick, okay? And then I'll explain it all to you. Is that okay? You let me do that real fast? All right, Jeff. Can you read with me? Just read in your head, okay? Before we ask you any questions, you must understand what your rights are. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we question you, and have him or her with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer and you want one, a lawyer will be provided for you.
The subsequent 24 hours captured on police cameras within the interrogation room showcased Jeff's ability to navigate the legal challenges, to navigate the legal landscape and manipulate the detectives attempting to extract a confession. Astonishingly, the footage, initially part of the police record, found its way onto Jeff's very own YouTube channel on September 25th, 2011, turning him into an unexpected icon within the interrogation community.
If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you'll still have the right to stop answering questions at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time that you want until you talk to the lawyer. Does that make sense? You've probably heard these before, haven't you? Does that make sense? Do you understand your rights? Do you understand your rights, Jeff? Yes or no? You understand?
We're getting paid more than you are, so we can sit here for a long time, man.
I just need you to answer me yes or no. Do you understand your rights? Let's get through that question. Do you understand what I read you? Did you comprehend what I read you?
Dressed in prison scrubs, Jeff immediately questioned his arrest, demonstrating a clear understanding of his rights. The detectives read him his Miranda rights, however Jeff, seemingly unfazed, opted to remain silent, a strategic move that set the tone for the rest of the interrogation. As the detectives persisted, Jeff masterfully deflected their attempts to extract information from him.
Jeff, I'm just here to talk to you and figure out what happened and move you on out of here, at least some of it. So you understand the rights I read to you?
If you got something that says you didn't do this robbery, this is your chance to talk to us.
Okay, good cop.
No, usually I'm the prick.
You look like a prick.
I am.
Jeff, do you understand your rights? Yes or no?
I need methadone.
You need methadone? I don't have any. Do you have a medication for it, or a prescription for it? What do you need methadone for?
I'm a fucking junkie, and you guys, I can't get no methadone. I'm gonna go through withdrawal here in a minute.
Where do you usually get your methadone from?
I don't get it. I get heroin.
How long you been using heroin?
Long time, like
10 years? 15 years?
I hardly been alive that long. What are you trying to talk to me about here?
Talk to you about what happened last night. Look, here's the deal. Either you're in a bad set of circumstances, or you went and committed an armed robbery last night.
Yeah,
right?
I'm in a shitty, wrong place at wrong time, obviously. I didn't commit no fucking armed robbery.
All right, then let's talk about this. Let's
I don't
not
have
keep
nothing.
up
I
the
don't
act.
talk to the police, man.
I think it's in your best interest to.
How?
Man.
I don't talk to
you're
the
sitting
police.
here. Okay.
I've been through the system, buddy. I know how
I know
it
you
works.
have. I know you have.
You're
Jeff.
not my friend.
I'm not your friend.
You're trying to fucking get me. Or you're
No,
trying
I'm not trying to get
all
you.
you're trying to get is some fucking stupid ass fucking confession, and you're not gonna get one.
Jeff, I'm not going to get a confession out of you for nothing.
Exactly, because I
And
didn't
I'm
do
not
nothing.
trying to get a confession out of you.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't commit no armed robbery, and y'all ain't got no fucking evidence saying I did. Let me go. All you did is find me sitting in my buddy's house because my fucking buddy's dog's going ape shit. I go outside, there are cops everywhere, and they spotlight me. They say, "Come here." I say, "What's up?" They search me. They ain't find
Hang on.
nothing. What's
Let
up?
me read this.
No.
Yes.
Because I'm not gonna sign it.
You don't have to sign it. But let me read it for you. Okay?
I'm not signing nothing.
Despite the detective's efforts to break through his defense, he maintained his silence and requested a lawyer. The detectives, realizing the challenges they faced, temporarily withdrew, giving Jeff time alone in the room. Upon their return, the detective attempted to engage Jeff by offering him a drink and insinuating a potential negotiation. However, he remained resolute, refusing to provide any information without legal representation.
Let me read it. You heard it earlier already. You've been through the system. You know it. It ain't going to change a thing. But you're still sitting here. Warning as to your rights guaranteed by the Miranda decision of the Supreme Court of the United States.
You already read it to me earlier.
I know we did, but I'm going to read it to you again.
Thanks for it.
You're welcome. Before we ask any questions, you must understand what your rights are. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we question you and have him or her with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one, a lawyer will be provided for you. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering questions at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand the rights I've explained to you?
No.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what happened last night. Plain and simple. Your side of the story.
I'm not talking to you.
All right.
As hours passed, Jeff consistently rebuffed the detective's attempts, maintaining his composure even in the face of intimidation. His resilience, strategic silence, and knowledge of his rights ultimately led to his release from custody after just 48 hours with all charges dropped.
Well, Miss Conley, I don't know if you remember me. I'm Detective Polk. Obviously.
I do.
You remember Detective Keener. Just wanted to talk to you once again about...
On the evening of July 15th, 2023, the serene neighborhood of Greenfield was disrupted by an incident that would soon become a gripping criminal case. Teresa Mitchell, a resident of Greenfield, found herself at the center of a tragic event that led to the loss of her husband, Jim Mitchell. The incident unfolded when emergency services received distress calls reporting a house fire at the Mitchell residence.
The events of last week dealing with this fire, okay? You've had a little bit of time to think about some things. I want you to kind of go over the events from last week dealing with this fire. I know, but I want you to go over them again for me. Okay.
I don't know anything about the fire.
Well, tell us again.
Start off in the morning time. What time did you wake up? That kind of stuff.
I don't know, it was we always woke up 6:30, 7 o'clock, drank our coffee together, talked. I don't know, husband and wife things. That's what you do before you get kids up. And I was gonna go get a car, took my shower.
As firefighters battled the flames, they discovered Jim's lifeless body amidst the charred remains of their home. Whilst initially deemed a tragic accident, the circumstances surrounding the incident prompted detectives to delve deeper into the event. Teresa Mitchell was taken into custody of suspicion of foul play.
He talked to the kids a little bit. Said he didn't feel well, but he'd been in bed for like 4 days. I mean, I can pull office records to show he's worked like maybe 6, 7 days in 4 months. Anyway, long story short, he said his stomach was upset and he was gonna fix toast. And kiss me, tell me you love me. Tell the kids you loved them. And it says when we got back. And I didn't look at the clock, but I know we planned to leave at 8 and Robin was running late, or Austin, I don't know, one of the kids was or something. And I know we didn't leave any later than 8:30. I know that. When Chick-fil-A,
As the detectives began their interrogation, Teresa exhibited a level of intelligence that set her apart from the rest. Her demeanor during questioning was calculated, and her responses revealed a sharp and cunning mind at work.
I paid for mine and her with cash. She went behind me. I mean, in the same car, separate orders. Left there. Jerry called from the office and told me to pull over, and I'm like, I can't pull over, I'm in the middle of traffic. And he told me to get the phone to Robin, I did. She told me to get out of the car. I got out of the car, asked her what was wrong. And
the detectives, seasoned professionals with years of experience, were met with a suspect who skillfully navigated their inquiry. Teresa clearly avoided providing detailed answers, employing evasive tactics that left the investigators grappling for concrete evidence.
She told me my house was on fire, and Jim hit me. I was trying to keep the kids in the car, and I had to walk off and kind of get a grip. And but nothing makes sense, and I don't understand, and I don't know what to do. You guys tell me. This is your scope, not mine. I don't know what to do. I don't know what you need to know. I don't know how to answer you because I wasn't there.
Well, I mean,
and I don't know.
The easiest way to answer us is to make sure you're telling us the truth when you answer us. Everything that you tell has to be accurate, because it's more difficult to tell a lie, because when we turn around and we find out if there's a lie, it's easy to verify.
Your word's your bond, and you're only as good as your bond, or as your word. That's how I was raised. I'm sorry. If I've done it,
So you're only as good as your word.
that's it.
Right. You heard that one.
And you can pull, I don't care, call anybody you want to. Very reputable people that have known me for many years.
As the case unfolded, the prosecution gathered circumstantial evidence, and Teresa's intelligence did not shield her entirely. The children's testimony proved to be leading to the decision to charge her with murder. The courtroom drama reached its climax as Teresa accepted guilt in exchange for a life sentence, with the possibility of parole after 35 years.
Yeah, why don't you have a seat right here? This way. Right. Now, before I let the detective in charge know that you're hearing what's going on, do you need something?
On February 15th, 2023, in Waukesha, Wisconsin, a gas station became the scene of a hideous crime. The clock struck 11:30 p.m. when Kenneth Thomas, along with his accomplice, Darren Malone, committed a robbery that would forever alter the lives of those involved. Their sinister plan unfolded as they demanded money from the cashier, escalating into a violent encounter that claimed the life of an innocent man.
Bathroom, something to drink, something to eat.
I can use a cigarette if that's alright.
A cigarette?
Yeah.
Okay. We're a little different in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
We don't allow smoking here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, I gotta check with the powers that be if we can maybe bend the rules.
Yeah,
but if we can't, we can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody does things a little different.
I understand.
Okay.
That's alright.
So, but you're good? No bathroom, no water, no food, nothing for now? Alright. Kenneth? Appreciate it. Sit tight. We'll be with you in a bit.
Alright.
Okay? This is Chuck, Detective Benitez. You're my Mr. Leach. Nice to meet you. Kenneth Thomas.
As the news of the crime spread, the police department swiftly moved into action. The subsequent interrogation unfolded with Kenneth exhibiting an unexpected level of cunning and confidence. Throughout the interrogation, Kenneth strategically avoided self-incrimination. He questioned the lack of direct evidence, such as fingerprints, and challenging the detectives to produce concrete evidence of his involvement. The detectives in turn tried to maneuver around his inquiries, maintaining pressure and subtly revealing information about the evidence they had gathered.
Kenneth knows me already. You forgot my name on my birthday show. Okay?
Did I take that, Jerry?
Don't worry about it. We're good. Don't worry about it. I'll let you know if I want to switch. Take turns. As I explained to you on the way here, there's an investigation.
Yeah.
Your name came up. He talked to you about it. Okay? He's like in charge of most everything. Okay? So
the boss.
do I have to call him the boss?
No.
Alright, cool. Alright, the title. Basically, he knows most of the information that needs to be talked about, okay? He briefed me, I was able to review some things, and since we were able to talk a little bit, you know me, I talk to a stranger, right?
Yeah, you cool people.
Alright, so I figured we might as well sit here and talk together and try to square things away, okay?
Yeah.
I was filling him in on a little bit about you, okay?
Yeah.
You know, you living in West Dallas, you're working for your mom, selling, you're also going to school, business, okay? Fill him in on all that type of stuff. Amongst a lot of people, misunderstanding. People don't understand how things work sometimes, and whether it's something on TV or on the news, sometimes they don't really tell it like it is, okay? But basically, what we do out here in Waukesha is when we investigate stuff, we actually don't take sides, okay? We talk with everybody.
Kenneth's attempt to outwit the detectives reached a peak when he questioned the absence of surveillance footage, showing him at the crime scene. Sensing the detectives' bluff about having caught him on camera, Kenneth confidently challenged their narrative.
And we listen to what everybody has to say, Okay? We don't make any decisions beforehand. All right? It's important that we don't take sides because we don't want people on one side to say one thing and distort it or make it look bigger or worse than it really is. Okay? But more so is the evidence that you were in on that robbery in Waukesha.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So that's what the evidence shows.
Hold on, run it back. What you say? You said the evidence that what?
The evidence and the information that we learned from everybody we talked to shows that you were in on that robbery in Waukesha.
Yeah, how was I in on it?
How was you in on it?
Yeah, you got my prints. You got my prints, my face on camera.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. I like to see all that.
Huh? Well, I don't have it with me right now, obviously. Okay.
Right. Why you don't have it with you, though? Listen, check this out.
Okay.
If that was me, why wouldn't you have all the evidence pointing out in front of me?
So then what you're telling me is that you provided bullets to two guys who did a robbery, killed a man.
Actually, I didn't provide the bullets. They were like, how should I put this? I didn't need them. Why would I have bullets?
You said you got them out of your mother's bag and gave it to him when he asked for them.
I know. What happened was, see, I'm on medication, right?
What medication are you on, Ken?
I'm on Ritalin and all these other medications, right? So my shit is all f***ed up here. Okay. So right now, guess what?
What's that?
I don't even know what's going on.
You don't?
You know what I mean? I think you trying to get me to say stuff that I ain't doing. You know what I mean? I ain't did nothing.
Despite Kenneth's efforts, the evidence against him proved substantial. In the end, he would admit to being the gunman in the gas station robbery. His accomplice, Darren Malone, was identified as the second man, and another individual, Jericho Cotton, was revealed as the getaway driver. On the grounds of felony murder and armed robbery, he was sentenced to 45 years in prison, followed by 20 years of probation.
My name's Scott Curtis with the Clark County Sheriff's Office.
All right. What's your name?
Kevin.
Kevin?
Also with Clark County.
What's going on, fellas?
June 30th, 2015 marked a sinister chapter in the annals of the Gypsy Joker Motorcycle Club. On this fateful day, Robert Huggins Jr., a former member ousted in 2014 for stealing from the club, faced a gruesome demise. The events that unfolded would lead to the arrest and subsequent interrogation of Mark Deneclau, revealing a criminal mastermind pitted against seasoned detectives.
Well, obviously we're not from Portland. A couple things we need to do before we chat, and then we'll explain everything. You're with a motorcycle club. You have some affiliation with one, is that right?
I don't have any answers for questions like that.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking is that a few months back, a gentleman named Jeff Sudan, you know him? He threw your name out in conjunction with kind of a repossession of a car, or collection of a car. Does that sound familiar to you?
No. Jeff Sudan almost might. I'm not sure about that. It seems like Sudan rings a bell somewhere, but no collections of a car. No, I don't know what you're talking
But where do you live, sir?
Down by Salem.
Okay. What's your address?
You answer. It's on my driver's license. It's one.
I don't have your driver's license.
One. You guys have my billfold.
Okay. And you're living with a gal down there, is that right?
No, I kicked her out.
Oh.
She comes and stays. She stays, but she can only stay for 3 days at a time. She's kind of a transient.
Huh. Okay.
I took her off the lease, and the people that I rent the house from said she can only stay for 3 days at a time. So if somebody looks in the house, they'll see all her stuff in bags and stuff all piled there on the floor.
When did you kick her out?
Which time? I kicked her out a lot of times.
Numerous times?
Yeah, she just calls me, and she's with no place to go and stuff, and get tugs on the heartstrings, and I pick her up and let her stay for a little while again. It's a love-hate thing.
Okay. So how long did she stay there before the in and out?
She was there from the time I moved in until...
The detectives with questions and seeking to untangle the thread of criminal enterprise, found themselves facing a suspect who was a master tactician. Mark Denklau exhibited a level of intelligence and composure that left the investigators dancing on the edge of uncertainty. The interrogation became a high-stakes poker game, where Denklau adaptedly held his cards closed, revealing only what suited his narrative.
Well, I mean, not steady. She's never been steady there. She's always gets kicked out or moves out and goes and stays with somebody else for a while. She just kind of transients around.
And what's her name?
Nicole.
Okay, so this last time, how long has she
So
been?
there's my background. That's it on Nicole. What else you want to know?
Okay.
Is Nicole the problem here? I mean, I know that she's had the cops over a few times.
Okay.
And she's had problems with the hospital and her.
Tell me about the hospital.
Well, if you don't know about it, then that's not what you're talking to me about. You'd already. Do you know what I'm talking about? Is that what this is about?
No.
Is it about the other night?
It does involve Nicole. So
Okay.
I don't know what the hospital thing is, so if that's not part of Nicole's issues, then.
Okay.
So. Nicole had let me back up a little bit. How long have you been in a relationship?
I'm not going to answer any more questions about Nicole.
Okay.
I don't have any more answers for you until I find out what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
you guys brought me in. I didn't bring you in. I want to hear what you got to talk about.
Well, I'm trying to get to that, but part of that's going to involve how long you've known Nicole.
Well, if you don't want to tell me what the heck I'm doing here, say so, because I'm not going to sit here and give you a bunch of my background so you can play whatever kind of game you're playing. This is kind of stupid, man. I just got picked up and treated pretty roughly. You can still see the marks on my hands. This one was completely asleep all the way here, and thrown in a complete silent room there. I want to know what the heck's going on, man.
Okay.
U.S. District Judge Michael W. Mosman handed down life sentences to both Mark Denklau and fellow club member Chad Leroy Erickson for the torture-style killing. Despite Denklau's lawyer advocating for a lesser sentence, emphasizing his client's potential for redemption, the judge's hands were tied by mandatory minimums. Denklau, once the mastermind in the shadows, faced the consequences of his action, and he was given a life sentence for his crime. What do you think of these cases? Let me know in the comments section below, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.